If you want to stop confusing busy with productivity and activities with progress, you need to start developing structures around your ability to focus on cognitively demanding tasks like the top performance. You need to abandon your reactive model approach to prioritization and to start using a system that rewires your brain. All through my life as a professional, executive member, and investor with diverse industry experience, I have seen and implemented frameworks that defines my priorities and safeguard my focus, recognizing that it is essential for my success. Today, I will share with you the 3 frameworks that defines what worked on, outline when to tackle it, and how to safeguard your focus with an implementation sequence that actually works. Before we dive into the details of this video, if you are coming across my video for the first time and you enjoy a content like this, please kindly subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Your support means a lot. Thank you. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, right? But have you ever wondered why some professionals and top performers are drastically productive without burning out, while others drown in their workload chaos? Elon Musk runs multiple companies, yet he outpaces single-firm CEOs and professionals. Richard Branson is a typical example who controls Virgin Group with more than 40 ventures in airline, space, and telecommunication, yet he managed to maintain his productivity in the same 24 hours you and I have in a day. These CEOs and top performers don't just manage their time, they ruthlessly filter what gets their attention by prioritizing. They decide in advance what deserves their focus and then protect it like their career depends on it, because it does. And surprisingly, effective prioritization isn't about doing less, it is about using the right decision framework at the right time. You are familiar with prioritization and you constantly use it in your daily life, but you often fail at it because you confuse urgent with important. Urgent tasks create pressure, and completing them makes you feel productive, while the true important tasks are neglected. You also tend to avoid saying no because it feels unprofessional, so you say yes to everything and try to prioritize an impossible workload. This creates a situation where deciding which emergency to handle first, while more emergency pile up behind it. And the last reason you fail at prioritizing is that you don't have a filtering system that works at scale. When you have 5 tasks, your gut intuition works fine. When you have 50, intuition breaks down completely. What you need is a system filter, not a feeling. That is why you need these 3 frameworks, and each solve a different problem in the overwhelming chain. The first framework here is Eisenhower Matrix, your filtering system. I know you are thinking I've heard of this before, and yes, you probably have. However, here is what most people overlooked about the origin of this. Dwight D. Eisenhower wasn't just a US president. Before that, he was a Supreme Allied Commander in the World War II. This guy was making literal life and death decisions under unimaginable pressure, and he built this entire approach to prioritization on one insight: what is important is really urgent, and what is urgent is really important. Think about that for a second. In the middle of World War II, he's saying the urgent stuff usually isn't what matters. Stephen Covey popularized this in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, but the framework itself was forged in actual chaos. This isn't a productive art, it is a decision-making system designed when everything feels critical. Here is how it works, and it is beautifully simple. Take every task on your plate and plot it on a rig with 2 questions. Is this urgent? Is this important? That gives you 4 quadrants, and each tells you exactly what to do. Quadrant 1 is urgent and important. Do it now. These are real crises, hard deadlines, actual emergencies, things that both demand immediate action and align with your long-term goal. You handle this first, obviously. Quadrant 2 is important but not urgent. Schedule it. This is where everything changes. This quadrant is a long-term planning, such as skill building, strategic work, the stuff that prevents future crises. But here is the trap. These tasks never feels urgent, so most people ignore them completely until they explode into Quadrant 1 emergency. The next one is Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. Delegate this. These are interruptions disguised as priority. Random email, unnecessary meetings. This feels urgent, but they are not moving your actual goal forward. Either delegate them or take away the fake urgency. Quadrant 4 here is not urgent and not important. Delete it. These are distractions, excessive social media strolling, busy work that makes you feel productive but accomplish nothing. Cut this entirely. They are stealing time for Quadrant 2. Before we proceed, here is the limitation of Eisenhower Matrix, and this is important. It tells you what to prioritize, but it doesn't tell you how to structure your day, and that is where the framework number 2 comes in. Framework number 2 is the 3-3 method for your daily structure. The 3-3 method comes from Oliver Bruxman, and if you haven't read his book 4,000 Weeks, do yourself a favor, grab it. Bruxman research reveals something that feels like permission when I first read it. Women can realistically sustain about 3 to 4 hours of deep focus per day. All those productive gurus telling you to do deep work for 12 hours straight, they are either lying or they are not doing actual deep work. So the 3-3 method structure your day around cognitive realistic, not fantasy. Here is the breakdown, and it is very simple. The first 3 is your 3 hours of deep work. Dedicate 3 uninterrupted hours to your most critical project. This time is strictly reserved for Quadrant 2 in your Eisenhower Matrix, where your energy is at peak and distractions are eliminated. Establish a clear progress goal to maximize effectiveness. The second 3 is your 3 urgent tasks. Identify and tackle 3 urgent tasks that can be completed in 15 to 60 minutes each. This quick win, such as making calls, attending meetings, responding to emails, or delegating, falls primarily into Quadrant 1 and may include some efficient Quadrant 3. Handle this promptly without reacting to distraction. The third 3 here is your 3 maintenance tasks. Prioritize 3 essential maintenance tasks that keeps you functioning at your best. Activities like exercise, journaling, and planning for tomorrow are non-negotiable. Neglecting these will cause your entire system to flutter, so commit to them steadfastly. This method gives you only 9 focused commitments, not 47 item to-do list that makes you feel like a failure at the end of the day. And here is the key that successful people do. They plan their 3-3 method the night before. They don't wake up and decide what to work on. They wake up and execute what they have already decided. The psychological shift to this pattern is massive. Instead of making dozens of macro decisions all day on what to work on, you make that decision once. Then you just follow the plan. But here is where I see people absolutely fail with this method. They build this beautiful structure and they let interruption destroy it. That is why you need the third framework, which is the enforcement layer. It is called Timeboxing, which is your execution lock. Timeboxing is what makes your first and second framework actually work. Maxwell Sander wrote an entire book on this called Timeboxing, the power of doing one thing at a time, indistractable. And what he is saying is this: to-do lists are fundamentally broken because they treat time like infinite, but it is not. You have 24 hours. Subtract sleep, eating, basic hygiene, you have got maybe 12 to 14 productive hours if you are lucky. So Timeboxing says, treat time like finite resources. Every task gets a fixed time block on your calendar with a hard start and stop time. Here is how it works. The first step is to pick one task. Decide on one task that merits your attention. Focus on this single task. Do not overwhelm yourself with multiple options. Second step is to set exact start and end times. Define your time frame precisely instead of vague reference like morning or after lunch. Establish clear times such as 9 to 10 a.m. This creates urgency and commitment to completing the task. The third step is to work to an acceptable standard. Strive for acceptable, not perfect. This is crucial. Timeboxing combats perfection by enforcing the idea of good enough within the set time frame. And the fourth step is to stop and assess. When the blocked time is up, you stop, no exceptionals, and assess your progress. Review what you have accomplished before moving on to the next task. This is built on Parkinson's law. Work expand to fill the time available. Give yourself all day to write an email. It is going to take all day. Give yourself 15 minutes to do the same task. You will finish it in 15 minutes. A real time box day looks like this. 9 to 12, deep work. This is your Quadrant 2 project. 12 to 1, your break and lunch. 1 to 2, urgent tasks. This is your Quadrant 1 task. 2 to 3, calls and email. Your Quadrant 3 using batching process. 3 to 4, plan tomorrow. This is your Quadrant 2. 4 to 5, gym, your maintenance. Let me show you how to implement these 3 frameworks in a sequence. The implementation sequence is where people fail. This is the critical part that no one wants to address. It is the reason why most people quit after just 3 days of trying this out. The order in which you apply these frameworks is far more important than the framework itself. After observing countless professionals who have genuinely transformed their workflow using these frameworks, here is the definitive order that leads them to success. Week 1 and 2, focus on Eisenhower Matrix. Dedicate the first 2 weeks solely to categorizing your tasks. Cultivate the habit of consistently asking yourself, is this urgent? Is this important? Every time something lands on your desk. Do not alter your schedule yet. Do not attempt any fix. Just observe. Analyze where your time is actually going compared to where it should be directed. In week 3 and 4, you introduce the 3-3 method because at this stage, you should have had clarity on what truly matters and then structure your day around this priority. Avoid time boxing at this stage. Simply commit to the established structure. Each evening, outline your 3 hours of deep work, 3 urgent tasks, and 3 maintenance tasks for the following day. Wake up and execute it without fail. Week 5 is when you start implementation of time boxing. At this point, it is time to lock it in. Every commitment from your 3-3-3 plan goes into a calendar block. Protect those time blocks. Batch your reactive work and account for inevitable interruption. Why follow this specific sequence? Try to time box before you identify what really matters will only lead to efficiently scheduling wrong tasks. You will have a perfect organized day filled with Quadrant 3 and 4 distraction. If you attempt the 3-3 method without first filtering through the Eisenhower Matrix, you will end up structuring your day around urgent but unimportant tasks, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. These frameworks build on one another with precision. The Eisenhower Matrix defines what to work on. The 3-3 method outlines when to tackle it. Time boxing empowers you to determine how to safeguard your focus. Every successful professional have studied implemented these frameworks gradually. They layer them over 30 days, allowing each framework to solidify before introducing the next. The ones who fail using these 3 frameworks are the ones that attempt to roll out all the 3 strategies in one go. Don't make that mistake. The critical reality check is that the unexpected will occur, regardless of how you define what to work on, outline when to tackle it, and determine how to safeguard your focus. Some days, you may find yourself derailed, that is guaranteed. One interruption can shatter your structure, an emergency can pull you out of deep work, and meeting may run long. Quick questions from others can disrupt your time-blocked schedule. When this happens, don't abandon your system and revert to reactive mode. Instead, let the system you have built serve as your compass to guide you back on track. If you want the calendar audit template I use to find where time is actually bleeding out, that is in the description below. It is free, just take 20 minutes and it will show you exactly which quadrant is eating your life. Are you ready to take charge of the next quarter of your life? Check out my next video where I dive into powerful planning techniques using 90 days framework. I have the link over here. See you over there. Be sure to like and subscribe.